Come on, y'all, put y'all hands together. You hear that new music we got? I said, I'm gonna change it up, man. I'm gonna change it up. No, I'm not. This is how it sounded when she was riding off on the horse. I might be part of this family. I don't know if I'm part of the royal family or not, but I think I might be a Velaryon. Ooh, the goon's loose. The goon is loose. Day Day is the GOAT. Day Day is my favorite character. Oh man, the damn Targaryens, man. Oh man. This show is good as hell. This show is good as hell. Storyline is nice. I'm like, damn, boy. Hey, HBO, y'all this close to making me go back on watching Game of Thrones. They close. They close. I don't know when we gonna find time to do it, but Day Day, hey. Day Day is a true definition of royal blood. Man. I was watching, what's it called? Emergency Awesome or something like that. They be going in depth on the recaps that they got. I'm talking about all kinds of stuff. I said, damn, I ain't even noticed all that stuff. But there are a few things we're gonna point out today. Yeah, I think it was Emergency Awesome. I said, damn, I ain't gonna lie to you. The diehard fans of Game of Thrones, man, they be tearing these recaps up. I'm like, damn, boy, I'd never do that. Yeah, I mean, Emergency Awesome. I mean, it's some dude on there I'm talking about. Man, I said, dang, that's who that is? Oh, now I told you I haven't read much of the book. I did a little bit on the description for both of the brothers, Day Day and Uncle V, Big V. But man, there's a lot of stuff going on in this episode. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Man, we about to go into it. This is House of the Dragon, episode 3, the live review recap, whatever you want to call it, breakdown. I need y'all help, so that's why we do this one live. So we're gonna jump on into it. Now we started off out here in the Badlands. Y'all remember Pirate? You know what I'm saying? The pirate crab feeder. He out here, he whooping everybody's ass. I'm talking about they ain't standing a chance. All the boats is on fire. We hear later on that they only got maybe 16, 18 boats left. Ships, my bad. It's horrible out here. They talk about putting it on the line for the kingdom, King's Landing. Oh, dude. I'm not trying to be a foot soldier. I'd rather be with Daemon as a gold cloak. I don't want to be out here, Daemon. Look at this dude. He's out here. The top dog. He out here putting stakes through people's heads. The only thing is, Daemon, he got that Targaryen blood. I don't know if y'all heard me. That's Targaryen blood. I mean, these motherfuckers can fly on dragons. So he come out of nowhere. He lighten them up too. But it ain't enough though. He can combat it a little bit, but it ain't enough. I'm looking at it like, damn, this war scene right here, this is nice. This is nice. And you see this dude on the ground, he talking about, my prince, my king, Daemon, come and save us. Daemon doesn't even save this guy. Unfortunately, the dragon steps on him. At least he went out like a G on the battleground. Now, if they didn't have the dragons, it would be an unfair fight. Crab feeder, they got too much going on out here. Imagine you out here tied up and the crabs are on your ass. Horrible way. Would you rather take the crabs eating you up or getting stepped on by a dragon? Give me the crabs. The real crabs, not the other crabs. Crab feeder out here doing his thing. Now, if you listen closely, when Daemon came in, Daemon was getting hit with arrows the whole episode. You notice that every time we seen Daemon, they get into a fight. There's an arrow in his chest, in his back, in his leg. Well, he getting hit out here. And it's like him and what's the dragon name? Cyrix? It's like a deformed one, though. It got a nasty body. It's one of them long ones, pause. But when Daemon gets hit in his back, the dragon talking about, they hitting the dragon with arrows on fire. Man, this is horrible. But Day, he does his thing. He goes in there and he at least combats him a little bit. We got to give Day his props because he's coming in here doing his own thing. His brother ain't did nothing. And we found out that 3 years have actually passed. It's been 3 years they've been at this war. The end of last week's episode, he was talking to Lord Corlys about doing this against the crab feeder. These niggas been at war for 3 years. Wars aren't won overnight, but golly, this night, it was bad for a lot of people, both sides. We don't really care too much about the crab feeder sides. Not too much of Daemon's either, because this is his own little army outside of, you know what I'm saying, Big V. What up, Mozzie? Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. I'm expanding everything I'm watching because of y'all. I would have never gotten to this. I never would have gotten Game of Thrones. Emergency Awesome, like y'all said, that's dope. I didn't know nothing about all of that. So now I'm just now witnessing it. And to me, I'm like, dang. Some serious shit here. But Damien comes in, he protects everybody. And I'm like, whew. This whole time, we thought Day was the bad guy. What up, Miles? Yeah, having a dragon definitely puts you ahead. The only thing is they don't have that many dragons, though, especially in this fight. Because you got to remember, it's only, what is it, Corlys, him and his people, Corlys and his people, and then Day and his people that he took off. So it's what, 3 dragons, 2 dragons that they got fighting this? Mm-mm. Now it's almost time for Aegon's second name. So we getting ready for this hunt. You know what I'm saying? We all in here kicking it. Everybody's like, oh, look at the prince. Ha 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 ha. Then we got Otto. Otto Hightower has always had his own agenda. And that's his well, as of right now, it worked. His daughter is the queen that was. So she's the queen. So he got that at least. But his brother, and this is his brother. I didn't know who it was at first. This is his brother. What is his name? Hobart? Where is it at? Do I got a picture of Hobart? Anyway, the guy that Otto was talking to is his brother Hobart. And he's the same thing as Otto Hightower. That's what their family does. He's a hand. You know what I'm saying? He's a hand also. And he's telling them, man, you got to talk to the king, dog. What we gonna do? Aegon. Yeah, this is supposed to be Aegon the second. But the only way he can become Aegon the second, I found out, is if he actually sits on the throne. If he doesn't sit on the throne, he's just Aegon. You see what I'm saying? But if he sits on the throne, he'll become Aegon the second, because it'd be the second one to take the throne. And I also found out that, what is his name? Jon Snow. If he was to take the throne, his name would have turned into Aegon the sixth. Yeah, so Aegon A. It's a good name to have. But his brother's telling him, you got to do this. We got to figure out what's really going to happen, because Aegon got to take the throne. Rhaenyra, she can't. That's a girl. That's a woman. We don't want that. That's not gonna sit right. People ain't gonna be rocking with that. Now Otto, he doesn't really look at it like that. at that depth that his brother is, but the reason for that is because his daughter just became the queen. So he's like, all right, cool, she's a queen. That's good enough to have some kids. But now his brother's telling him, nah, man, Aegon, the first son of the king, should sit on the throne. So now he's in Otto's head, and Otto like, damn, you might be right. Hey, yeah, OT, look at that. Look at that. I told you, I've been doing my research. I was watching their videos. I was pulling up, man. If you look at my search history, I've been looking at damn Game of Thrones and I was supposed to do a family tree for y'all. But yeah, I've been looking up like the Game of Thrones and I've been looking at House of Dragon, reading a little bit of the book to try to figure out what is what. So I won't get on here and sound too stupid. But one thing we know is everything don't last forever. This guy comes up, talk about your grace, your majesty, your lord, my king, y'all king, our king. Daemon and them getting their ass whooped, sir. They need help. It's bad out there. I'm talking about they whooping ass, sir. I know it's your brother and y'all don't see eye to eye, but man, it's been 3 years. And nigga, they don't stand a chance out there. I'm coming straight to you with the facts, sir. This is urgent. King talk about. They've been fighting that war for 3 years. They can wait another 3 days. He was just like, man, they good enough. They can fight off another 3 days. Not knowing they done lost everything in 3 years. They got 16 ships, maybe 18 that are good enough to go out there and battle. He said they can wait 3 days. Did y'all not see what we seen in the opening scene? There ain't no more 3 days. It ain't no more 3 days. We might get a day and a half if we don't die from not having enough food, let alone fighting a crab feeder. Viserys is like, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. We got Aegon in here. Hey, nigga, this is my first. Off with his head. Off with his head. They done came up in here. Aegon's supposed to be getting his second name. They done got the big hog on the table. Otto listening to his brother Hobart. Hobart talking about, man, you know, that's what we do, baby. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure everybody happy and everyone's in line because when he become king, you heard me? When he become king, because Rhaenyra, she can't be the queen. No, we can't do that. She's gotta be a king. People gonna rejoice. So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, damn, this whole family, it's just all kinds of messed up. Viserys can't control his daughter. He don't know what the hell his brother doing. He got his right hand man, the hand Otto himself, Hightower, looking over his shoulder, scheming and plotting. He done got his daughter's friend knocked up and married her. He has a lot going on right now. And as the king, not one of these situations are dealing with the people in the streets needing to eat. Right now, we talking royal business right now. Let me tell you something. We don't care about any of the peasants, any of the workers down in the village. Right now, we got royal problems. Financially, physically, and spiritually, and mentally. We got all the problems right here. Got to worry about my brother. Over here, he started a war with Corlys. You remember the black guy with the dreads? He used to be in the council. Yeah, Lord Corlys. He tried to get me to marry his daughter. Tried to get me to marry my cousin. She was the queen of never. Y'all remember him with the dreads? We ain't seen this nigga in 3 years. He's part of the small council. He has the largest navy, but he's up under us. We know he's wealthy, but you're in the small council. You're here to serve the king. This nigga ain't been around for 3 years, teamed up with Day and got the hell out of here and got fucked up in the process. King is like, oh my God. Now, when he brought all this nonsense in front of everybody, he said, where's my daughter at? Rhaenyra outside. Now, if you listening to what the dude's singing, he talking about she runs away with the ships and she breaks her heart. He playing the guitar. Hey, that's foreshadowing into the future, y'all. But Rhaenyra, she's out here. She's reading them history books. You remember when her and Alicent were younger, and Alicent was like, "You got to know these history questions. If say if somebody asks you, you got to know it." And we didn't think that Rhaenyra was paying attention to anything, but she is. She's reading it. She's even studying up now because she knows she's in line to be the queen. But she's out here. And if you look, there's a face on this tree too. I don't know if I got it. So she over here. Check it out. You know how I get when it comes to being, being around your boss. This guy playing the playing an instrument, his supervisor is the princess, but the boss is the queen. So she talk about, oh, play it from the top. I want to hear that tune again. The queen comes out. Alicent talking about, could you give us some time? Rhaenyra said, play that shit from the top, princess order. He was like, she runs away. Queen said, the queen commands you to leave. He looked over at the princess quickly and said, gotta go. Got to go. She's talking about play it from the top. He said, hell no. Look at her. Look, there's a tree in here. I mean, a face in this tree. I said, damn, what the hell going on here? What is this tree called, y'all? Cause I see it in the intro. It's the tree of life. I don't know what it's for, but he looked at the queen. He looked at the princess. He said, Rhaenyra, Queen Alicent. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell up out of here. Now the thing is, these two were friends at one point, and it feels like it's a betrayal to the princess that my friend would not only marry my father, but have two children because she's pregnant right now. Aegon is 2. This is the 3rd year. Yeah, and we're pregnant with another one. So the family is just getting bigger and bigger. And this guy, he was only assigned to play the little guitar, man. That's all I came here to do. I don't want no problems with nobody. But there's a big hunt that's been, tradition. It's going to get your second name. They did this with Rhaenyra when it was time for her. And she's saying, your dad would love it if you came on this hunt with us. She's like, I don't want to go to that. I don't want to go with that. But it's awkward between these two because they went from being friends to now was, hey, you gotta, you gotta respect. I am your mother. I am the queen of the land. Which in reality, she don't really have to respect her. I mean, the dad ain't gonna do nothing. King ain't gonna do nothing. But you know how it is. She doesn't really have too much command or power. Just princess. Now it's time for us to head out to the hunt. We about to go out there. We about to get it cracking. But you know how kids are when they're around that stepmama they don't really like. They out there, he like, I always have to remind you to do certain things. She said, I know that, Dad. You do it all the time. And Allison's like, well, having a baby isn't that bad. Aegon came out real easy and not that much of a fuss. So she's trying to, be nice. But Princess don't care. Princess don't want to hear that. They pull up in town though, because it's time for the hunt. Now, all the regular folk out here. Now, we got a couple of lords. Let's not get it wrong. There's still some royalty out here. There's still some people that, if you mention their name, you might get your head knocked off. They out here, but for the most part, it's just people getting ready for the hunt. We out here. We got Jason. We got, I think her name was the black something. I don't know. And then they started calling Rhaenyra the Black Queen later on. But we're gonna talk about that. But everyone's out here and they showing love. The king's coming in. Woo! First son. Yeah, hell yeah. Woo, wait. It's gonna be great. Hog, deer. We about to get it all. We about to get it all. Now, when they get out here, though, it don't really start off like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't really start off like that. They come in here, and you know how it is. Just like with the mob, anytime the women they get together, they get to talking. Now, this is our boy Jason. He's his brother is very, very close with everyone. And then you got House Strong here too. He cool as hell too. So it's a lot of characters. So you got to bear with me because there's a lot of characters that we're going to be introduced to that are going to be something else later on if they keep them in the show. And I'm thinking they are because they're introducing them. But there's a lot of them. So if I get their names wrong, just correct me on it. But this is Jason on the right, and this is Strong on the left. You know, his family, he's like an advisor. He ain't got too much power. He got a little bit of power. But when they get in here, you can hear everyone talking about what's going on. They talking about the war, common politics. They say, man, we had a war. We ain't gonna be able to win this. We losing everything. Allison and Rhaenyra, they already ain't even, saying liking each other. We don't fuck with each other like that. We don't kick it with each other. We don't skate. We don't do nothing. But they in here. And this lady right here, she gets that talking. Mm-hmm. She's Jason's mother. Powerful woman. I don't know if it was this one or it was the other one. I think it was the other one. But they basically saying, hey, man, this war is over. And if you remember last week, when the queen that never was, Princess Rhys, she was talking to Rhaenyra upstairs. She said, look, when Viserys dies, no one's going to respect you as the queen. They're going to get rid of you. And that's basically what they're talking about right now. Oh, when Aegon becomes the king. Because as a woman, they just don't think that that's the way it should be ran. And she's listening to it. The princess like, man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Now, they called her, I forgot what it was called. But they called her the Black something. And then Rhaenyra, she eventually becomes the Black Queen. That's what they're going to be calling her. Because I did a little video on that where it was what? Green, and then she wore red and black. So it was what? Green versus black? Something like that. But the Dance of the Dragons is coming, just like the winter is coming. And right now, these ladies just talking. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. They just talking like she not about to be the queen. Like the legit queen, not the married in queen, but the queen of queens. You know what I'm saying? Then outside, after all of this, I told you his mom was talking. This is Jason. Jason's doing what every other eligible bachelor is doing. There's a, you know what I'm saying? There's a princess that is single. There's a princess that will be queen. That princess, if I marry her, when she becomes queen, I become king. Every eligible bachelor, we looking for her. Everybody wants to link up and get with the princess. You give her Rhaenyra, ooh, you in line to be the next king. So he's out here, and right now what he's doing is just flexing, talking about everything he got. So he said, "Oh, hey, I'm Jason." She's like, "Yeah, I know you. You got a twin brother." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's my brother. We not the same though." So he starts saying, "Man, look, the place I got is crazy. I'm talking about it's taller than the other towers that you'd have seen before. You ever been out?" She said, "Yeah, I went out there once when I was younger, as a little tour." So basically, he's saying, "Yeah, you know, what I'm saying we don't have a You know what I'm saying? We got everything, but we ain't got the garage. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple of whips you trying to take. You got the 4-5 car garage. We ain't got the garage. We ain't got a dragon pit right now. She said, what do you need a dragon pit for? Well, because if she becomes queen, you can come bring your dragons out here. She like, why would I bring my dragons out there? Oh, because I'll do anything for my queen or for my wife to be. So he's shooting this shot. She looking at it. She like, wait a minute. This Negro done gave me some wine. And now he talking all this nonsense. He's out here selling these dreams. He out here selling the dreams. She put the wine down. She said, I don't want this no more. So he basically saying, look, we'll do anything for the queen, or you could be my wife, and you know what I'm saying? We can get a dragon pit, because if they get married, she would have to leave from up under her pops and go live with him. You see what I'm saying? So that's why he said the dragon pit. And then his family will now be able, his bloodline, they will now be able to ride dragons, because she would bring over a dragon. They have a kid. Now that kid got that Targaryen blood. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So he trying to make his family stronger too. The Lannisters. You see what I'm saying? You see what we doing here? Jason was over here trying to settle up. He said, shit, I mean, we got a little bit of money, but if I marry the princess, she gonna become the queen. That means I'm gonna become the king. And now my kids can fly. What's better than knowing that your kids are gonna be able to fly dragons at this point? Teaching your kid how to ride a horse, everyone can ride a horse. But now your kids are able to have a dragon egg in the in the bed with you. And then when you about 5-10 years old, you start riding dragons. You don't get no better than that. She said, yeah, I can tell you're a Lannister. There'd be some more lions out here. You know, their little symbol is the lion. You even see it on the shirt, like, wow. Hey, he was shooting some game though. That was slick how he threw it in there. You know, they didn't really have game back then. So he didn't ease that in there, but he was trying. He was trying. You know, so I can get a dragon pit made, but you got to come on out there with me. She wasn't hearing it though, because she doesn't want to get married right now. And she definitely ain't interested in Jason. Definitely ain't interested in Jason. Kimberly said his game is weak. Nah, he was trying though. Come on, man. This is 101 AC. There ain't too much game out here. He ain't Daemon. Come on now. Daemon got game. Daemon got game. But if a man is offering you a house, he talking about, man, look, we ain't got no dragons. We got some lions, but we can get the dragon pit made. If you got a dragon, then we can make it happen. We can make it happen. It's better than all the other suggestions that have been thrown out there. It's better than what is Strong mentioned. Yeah. Strong mentioned some nonsense. Otto mentioned some nonsense. Jason ain't that bad. His brother is good. Not powerful, but his brother's good. But Rhaenyra hears this and she runs off. She ain't trying to talk to no Jason. They get out in the woods, they get loose. Sir Criston Cole. Now you remember he got picked, hand selected by the princess. She storms up out of there. Why is everyone treating me like this? Now they were in there and they were yelling. They were arguing too. She was going at her dad, talking about, that's what you're trying to do? Marry me off to Jason? What is this, Dad? What are you doing to me? Otto talking about, we shouldn't do this here. Princess said, shut the fuck up, Otto. She run outside, hop on the horse, and get low. Now, Sir Criston, he has to keep up with her. My man's got on full body armor. And her horse is bigger than his horse. She getting loose. All you hear is him, hey, slow down. Slow down. No, she's trying to get away from this. If she didn't want to get away, then she wouldn't have been running. He got full armor on. You know he's sweating like, damn, where the hell is she going? He had to stop her before she got to the river. This is the same river. This is the same river that they found Grandma Ernestine in. But he stops her. And she's talking about, oh, he's trying to marry me off to Jason. Oh, Jason. He talking about, you want me to kill him? Man, Sir Kristen Cole, you better calm down, mister. You new on the scene. It's been 3 years, but you still new on the scene. You ain't authorized to kill nobody yet. So while they're out there, you can tell that she's close to him. She always had an interest in him since the games where he was whooping on Dane. I ain't know they had hair gel back then, but Christian Cole up under that damn helmet he had on made sure that shit was still slicky. Now, this is the hunt. They're supposed to be looking for this big white buck. Beautiful. Ooh, all white, man. So basically, it's a rite of passage. You know what I'm saying? This is celebrating. It's been done years and years and years, centuries before him. So right now, they got all these people out here. They're doing this for the king. Mind you, the king ain't doing none of the tracking. He's following the trackers. They got a whole army surrounded him. So he ain't really doing nothing. They talk about, your grace, this rock. He talking about it smells fresh. Everything out here smells fresh. We outside, king. Everything smells fresh. Well, he's talking about boo-boo. But he talking about, man, this thing is massive. It's massive. King talking about, okay, yeah. Let's get it. Even Otto was out here. So you know this ain't no serious hunting trip. But when they get in here, Jason and his brother, they in here getting towed up. They drinking. Big drink. Every time you see Jason, you tell him, more wine, more wine. Viserys is up here messing with his dagger because we just looking at it and we getting ready. This gets interesting because Jason comes up. Jason comes up and says, hey, King, real quick. Nice spear you got and everything, but I have an offering. How about, I don't know how to put this. I'm just going to just say it. How about your daughter's hand in marriage? I'll go ahead and marry her, get her up off your hands. We'll take her back. You know what I'm saying? Get a dragon pit built. What do you think about that? Because now I'm not one to throw people on the bus, but a couple of people, they looking at it thinking you picked her for the heir of the throne, but you got a son now. So we were thinking you make him the, you know what I'm saying, the next in line for king, and then I'll just marry your daughter. Viserys set up and said, Negro, are you saying people are rebelling against me, thinking I didn't pick the right heir to the throne that I sit in? He's like, no, I didn't say that. He said, because if they are, you know, you're supposed to report that. That's your sworn duty. Basically saying, I will kill you. You keep talking what you talking. Jason's like, no, it wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't nothing like that. We were just saying that we were thinking you was going to maybe just change your mind because, you know, history. History has it that even your cousin, the queen that never was, history has it that no one's appointed queen to the throne. The next heir is, we thought we were going to give it to Aegon, but I don't want no problems. So right now, Jason has 2 L's. He lost it We're trying to put in work with Princess. Now she goes and talks to King. King talk about, nah, that ain't gonna work, brother. You need to get the hell up out my face. Now the Lannister family, this is only Jason that looks bad. His brother was still cool with the council, so they ain't really tripping off of that. So Jason is over 2 with Targaryens. It's unfortunate for him. He's trying though. He's trying his darndest. Now Strong comes up, and Strong has 2 sons. I forgot what they call one of his sons. Well, one of his sons was born with a messed up leg, so he got to walk with a crutch. And then he has another son. He was the one that was outside. He was looking like, hey. But he's saying, King, if you don't mind me, let me speak to you for a second. He was like, what do you want, Strong? You're already going to tell me something that I already heard, that my daughter should marry your son because he could fight. He was like, nah, actually, I know I told you years ago, Lord Corlys, his daughter, I told you to marry her. Now I'm telling you that he has a son. You remember the little one? Because the daughter was older, then it was the son Lenore. Rhaenyra should marry him so we can link that blood, the Targaryens and the Velaryons. This is basically him saying, hey, we owe the Velaryons because of what we did when he's, they kicked that whole option to the side. This was brought up, 3 years ago? Targaryen, Velaryon, you marry my daughter. Boom. We link the blood, two of the purest. So right now, Strong is just saying we need to rekindle that connection between our family and that family, because at the end of the day, we the same family. So it's crazy how everyone out here is trying to get things straight. Now, Strong's not going to benefit anything from that. He's just making recommendations saying this would ease what the people are saying. It will make up the connection we got with the Velaryons. And it would be kind of how like his grandfather Jaehaerys ran it. Very peaceful, kind of organized. Now the king has a lot going on. And you notice that he's drinking all the time. Drink, drink, drink. Man, it's so many people that they be adding. I'm like, damn. All right, I gotta really pay attention. This is a show I can't watch and do anything else. I can't multitask and watch this because it's too many people. It's new and it's too much reference to other shows. Well, to the Game of Thrones. I don't know how y'all can keep up with this name. That's why you hear me just calling them King, Princess, go by like their last names. Well, I mean, we got 3 black people in the show now. Episode 3, we got 3 black people on the screen at one time. Make sure you hit that like button, like Kendall said. The Lannisters think they're privileged enough to be in people's business. I forgot what the mom was called. Hold on, let me look up what the mom was called. Lady Rohan Weber. Yeah, the black. See, I knew they called her something, the Black Swan. So she was the Black Swan, and then Rhaenyra becomes the Black Queen. Yeah, I knew she was somebody. The King's Cup's supposed to stay full, or somebody's gonna lose their head. Well, I don't know if it's like that because remember he asked for the second glass. He asked because he was sitting there and he snapped, and the dude came over with the pitcher. But you might be right. I mean, I don't give me the line. I'm just telling you what I saw. Don't give me the line. I ain't read between the lines. All I know is I would not want to be the servant to the king. I don't want to be the servant to nobody important. I be forgetting shit. I be in there chilling. They got the music playing. You know what I'm saying? We in there chilling. The music is playing. Like, oh shit, this shit tight. This shit tight. I'm over here supposed to be paying attention to the King's Cup. Man, I get my ass whooped serving the king. I'm like, damn, king, my bad. I ain't know you finished that damn cup, man. My bad, sir. It'll never happen again. Your grace, your honor, your majesty. Oh, my bad. My bad, sir. I was tripping. I was tripping, man. They were playing that music, man. Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you, sir. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's lit in here tonight, man. And with all due respect, I wish I could indulge in that lifestyle, but I'm just a servant. My bad, big homie. Get your ass beheaded in front of everybody. Man, I would not want to be the dude standing up there. Everyone up there kicking it, talking about, hey, hey, but you up there in the corner holding. You holding a picture. That's all he was doing by the side of the stage, is holding a picture. They snapping their fingers. You wasn't paying attention. They had to snap twice because after that first snap, you should be right there. So they didn't. You like, oh shit, you trying to get over there. You done spilled the damn wine on. Oh, you in trouble now. You in trouble now. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, it's 100 degrees. Ooh, it's gonna be hotter than hell when they get on your ass. You just spilled that wine on the king. You just spilled that wine on the king. It's over. It's over. You just spilled the drink on the king. Do what you do, but watch my shoes. Dance with your boo, but watch my shoes. You can get loose, but watch my shoes. You spilled the drink on the wine. I mean, you spilled the drink on the king. Go ahead. Just tell the king or whoever's there listening to tell my wife and family I love them because it's over with. It's over with. You just spilled drink on the king. And he got that spear in his hand. You spilled a drink on him. He liable to whoop ass. But this ass whooping ain't no coming back because he gonna come around and stab you. Man, you better off serving Allison. Allison don't look like she'll get that mad at nobody. He said, play it one more time. Hold on. I'm telling you, they're going to be kicking. I'm going to give me some more drink too, man. Matter of fact, y'all hit that like button. I'm going to give me some more drink and y'all rock out to the new tunes of the King's Anthem. Boy, you rocking out with the king, man. The king will be on your ass. That was not a time. That was not a time to live in as a servant. And you could be butlers, you know what I'm saying, maids, all that, but this was not a time to be alive. You just missed you just missed it by about 2,000 years. About 2,000 years, you'd have been just all right to be a butler, but not back then serving the king. OT said, in there ready to risk it all when that song come on. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I just found that song before we got on. Y'all like, man, I'm gonna play it. That sounds like something they would play in House of the Dragon. Shout out to YouTube. I didn't know they had a whole library of free music we can play on here without getting hits. I'm about to find us some tunes. Whatever song I think goes with the episode. Right now, that's our House of the Dragon theme music right there. Now, Princess Rhaenyra, my bad, y'all. They outside, they kicking. The stars are out. Sir Kristen already been putting in that work. So when we talk about game, we said Jason didn't have any game. Now, Sir Kristen, that's a little bit different. With him, he listens. He hears what she has to say. But the reason he does that is because he's a servant. He can't really talk back. Of course, Jason had to be respectful, but Jason still got a little bit of clout. He was just hired to be one of the seven, you know what I'm saying, protectors. So for him, listen to his responses. It's still, do you think that people are gonna respect me as the queen when I become queen? He said, oh, they ain't gonna have no choice to. In reality, he wanted to say no, but he's just saying, hey, you're about to be the queen. They're gonna have to respect that. Because you never know. You think you can listen to me. Never talk freely around your boss. You think you cool with them mofos, but you ain't that cool with them. Because when it comes down to it, their job versus your job, they keeping their job. So you don't want to be too open with them. You might, you know what I'm saying, start disclosing some shit they could use against you. So that's why he's just like, nah, you'll be a great queen. They're gonna respect it. And she's sitting there. But you heard what the first thing he said. He said, just to get it on the books, make sure you always get it in writing. CC somebody else on the email. Let them know, hey, princess, I beg of you, just at least one more time, just to make it clear. Let's go back because I'm sure your dad is looking for you. He just wanted to get that out there. I didn't keep her out here. I told, hey, you could don't lie. I told you, let's go back. We were sitting by the fire. I said, let's go back. Don't lie, princess. With all due respect, king, I would not do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to document that. You just wanted to make it sure. So they out here and they chilling. Now they hear something ruffling because she's hearing what she's hearing what she want to hear. She has someone that's actually believing in her potentially being the next queen, even though she's hearing all the chatter. Black Swan and them were talking about it. Her dad trying to marry her off because if she gets married, okay, now we can go ahead and make Aegon the king. She's married. She went off. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep tradition. Go ahead and give it to Aegon. But they hear something in the woods. Now, I already don't do the woods, and I live in the modern time. I went camping maybe twice in my life. Two legit camping trips where I stayed overnight in the woods. I stayed in our backyard. We had like a little makeshift tent. Me and my brother stayed back there. It was connected to the dog house. And we used to go in the dog house with our dog and we, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never slept in the woods like or just chilled in the woods overnight like this. And in modern era. So I had that thing on me if I was an adult doing it. They out here, he ain't even got his sword next to him. He chilling, the sword over here. I'd had that sword on my shoulder. I'm like, what the fuck? The hell going on out here? Hey, who goes there? So he hops up. He got to protect them. You know what I'm saying? They got the fire. You got the princess out here. The most valuable asset out here is the princess. Baby A at the house. He in the crib. He gets up. He looks out there. It's a goddamn Warhol. That thing come in. He's supposed to be the best fighter. He done whooped Day twice. He done whooped him in joust. He done whooped him in the hand to hand. This Warhol, you hear something and you're just standing there. Hey, who's out there? Is anyone home? That motherfucking hog came up out that thing, knocked him off his feet. I'm thinking you're supposed to be protecting the queen, man, the princess. Came up out of there, knocked him off the feet, and started getting loose on Princess. Princess R back there talking about, hey, help, help. Man, if you get hit with one of these teeth on a hog, it's over with. It's over with. That's why you seen the dogs. They had the little vest on. When they out there hunting them boar, yeah, they ain't weak. They be getting on them dogs. That's why they got to send a pack of dogs out there to get. You ain't sending one on that. No. All came up out of there. Christian did exactly what he's supposed to do. Let it get distracted. He got on Rhaenyra's ass. That's when he came over there and stabbed it in the side. Yeah, I'm glad it didn't get on me like that. So the hog over there is down and she laying right next to it. So this gives you a comparison of how big the hog was compared to her. I'm talking about that thing was big as hell. You know, like Kimberly said, this wasn't no Puma. This ain't no Hakuna Matata. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. No, this ain't that. This hog was coming, and it was coming to kill. Unfortunately, it got cut up. And then it jumps up, though, because it was just playing possum at this point. But Princess R hops up and finishes it. Ping, 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 ping. It's easy to do this when they can't fight back. But when it was on you, you wasn't doing nothing. But now we see a closer bond between these two because Kristen saved her life. She wouldn't have been in this environment unless she put herself there. But Kristen was smart enough to come out there and follow her and actually try to save her. So now you can start to see this relationship. It's like, oh, okay, I can trust you. I can open up. I can say things to you. Hey, man, this is going on. I don't really feel like this is right. Even though Christian, he ain't supposed to know this kind of information. But now they're gonna be closer because he saved her life. And she's attracted to him. All right. Viserys is out here drinking. He back on that drink. It's a lot going on here. A lot going on here. He outside in front of the fire. You know somebody's really going through it when they just outside in front of the campfire. Just you don't do nothing in front of the campfire but think. Think of all the things that you don't think about the things that are good. You think about all the things that are bad. You just think like, damn, it's a lot of stuff going on. People calling me out saying I made the wrong decision. I know I made the right choice. But then again, I only made this choice so Daemon wouldn't get the throne. He loves his brother Day, but we know how Day acts. We did a case study in 2 episodes. Day is, how should I put it? He's one of us. Day is us. Day is the original Day. He said the only reason I picked my daughter was so Day, a nigga named Day in 111 AC couldn't get power of the kingdom if anything was to ever happen to me. Now I do believe that Princess is good to go. She could take over and run this thing like she's supposed to. But everyone's questioning me, and Allison's talking about, well, you know, the decision ain't that bad, but we could do. He's like, ah, goddamn. You know, when you're trying to get advice from somebody and you know they don't have the right advice for you, but you're still listening to it because you know you got a little bit of respect for them. And you're listening to her like, Allison, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Allison? We've been married for 3 years. I don't know, Allison. Just leave me. He doesn't know what to do. Do you all believe? Let's just remove if you know about, you know what I'm saying, about what happens in the storyline. Do you think that he made the right decision choosing his daughter over potentially giving Daemon the realm to everything? Day is bad. Day just went to war for 3 years. Well, all we know is Day-Day's been at war for 3 years, and this is him going off on his own. This is him with a small army. This is him without the council. Now he does have Corlys and his money, but all they got is ships. They ain't. You can have the most money, but if you ain't got the most fighters, then what you gonna do? They got the largest navy, but guess what? Y'all ain't fighting crab feeder in the water. Y'all fighting crab feeder on land. That's how you niggas is getting ate by crabs. Crab feeder ain't doing no fighting in the water. This nigga's living in caves on land. Y'all just trying to come through and get them off the islands. Y'all ain't got enough. So look at Daemon got the most money because he's teamed up with Corlys and the Velaryons, but they ain't winning nothing. They've been losing for 3 years. Imagine what he would do. His first night becoming the chief and commander of the gold cloaks, this nigga was whooping niggas in the city's ass. You can't give Daemon the kingdom. Like, even though that's Valyrian blood, they got money, they still up under the Targaryens. It's still the king. If Daemon is in charge of everything across the board, it's gonna be ugly. There's not gonna be no King's Landing. It's gonna be taken off. How many people were gonna be getting their ass whooped out there? We taking off. Your best bet is not to land in King's Landing. Your best bet is to get the scraps that you got, the clothes you got, and get out of King Landing if Day is in charge. Day getting shit done. Mouse said Daemon ended the war. All right, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna break that down. We're gonna break that down. Yeah, Jacoby, this show was actually good, man. I'm trying to, you know, say I'm trying to make it so if you ain't watch it, you can understand what we talk about, you know, because as of right now, we just got the king, the princess, the queen. The queen daddy is Otto, he the hand, you know what I'm saying? We got Strong, who's an advisor. We got Jason, he a Lannister, his mama Black Swan, his brother, twin. Um, the other Lannister. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on here, but we trying to keep it on track right now. Right now, the king doesn't know if he made the right decision, but he knows he made the right decision because his daughter is next in line. And Allison, she trying to shift it away because she knows what can happen. Allison, her, and Rhaenyra, they the same age. They a couple of years apart. King die, then you just the queen. You just the queen to the dead king. But there's a queen in charge. You ain't got that power no more. Oh, y'all good. It's 28 of y'all in here. We got 26 likes. So we good. We good on that. You know what I'm saying? People come in and out. We good though. If it get too out of control, I'll stop it. But right now, they definitely did. I rock with Daemon is my dog. I rock with Daemon. I ain't gonna lie to you. After episode 1, I said, yeah, this is gonna probably be my favorite character. Now watch this closely. The next day, they get out here. Now it was a guy. This guy right back here. I don't know if y'all can really see him or not, but this guy right here, his whole job is he rides out with the king and the entourage. Now, whenever they get to where they get, he has some stairs. He gets out a little stool, 3 steps, put it out. So whenever the king get off the horse, he gotta already be off and running up there because the king is getting off. You got to give him the stairs to get up on. Remember, I told you, King ain't doing none of the tracking right now. Viserys, he just riding. That's all we do. We just riding out. Y'all find something, let me know. You got Strong up here. So everybody that came to watch, anybody who's anybody came to watch. Jason came out here. And when they get here, they already have a deer. Now they say that this deer, it isn't white. They were looking for a big white buck. Just beautiful, amazing. But they found this brown one. And they doing all the work, like I said. They holding it. So you know what I'm saying? The deer can't go nowhere because he has to kill it. Now you see how big the deer were back then. The horses was looking like, damn, y'all going a little crazy on this. But they go over there, and it's a brown deer. King goes up with that spear that we seen last night. Go ahead, jab it in. Now Jason, everyone's looking. They like, okay, King, you did your thing. You did your thing. The only thing is, he's kind of weak. He doesn't actually get a full killing. Now watch this. Last week, you remember the king was putting his hand in the bowl of maggots, right? Because he's been getting cut up while he was sitting on the throne. His body is deteriorating right in front of us because they said, if you sit on that throne, if you're the rightful, you know what I'm saying? If you're supposed to be the one, yeah, you ain't gonna get cut up. You're gonna be good. Now he wasn't supposed to be the king in the first place. It was the queen that never was supposed to be. But since she was a girl, he got on there. And guess what? Daemon can sit on the throne and nothing happens to him. The only thing is, Daemon was next in line to be the king. He was never in line to be the king. You see what I'm saying? So it still goes in order, but Daemon is allowed to sit in there. Now, since he got cut up, he put his hands in the maggots. And what the maggots did was ate all the dead skin. Look at this. You see his fingers? They didn't make it. Those fingers got cut off. There's no fingers in here. He's drunk, and the reason he's drinking nonstop is to combat the pain. He don't have any fingers. He only got like 3 fingers on that hand. There's none in here. They got cut off. They had to amputate him. The maggots ate the dead skin, but man, it ain't no healing that. So he don't have any fingers in his hand. Well, I mean, he does. He only got like 3. I think he's missing his pinky and his index. Yeah, so he's getting weak and he's drinking all the time to just deal with the pain. I mean, think about it. Your fingers is gone. That thing is throbbing all day. Well, I won't say that thing, that nub. You walking around like this, them nubs is going off. No, he can't count to 10. He gets about 7, and we good from there. 7, maybe 8. He probably got like 8.5 fingers left. His index finger is the same length as his pinky, so it's probably gone to like right there, and the pinky gone. So probably like that. This is what his hand look like. Probably like that. Yeah, so he done lost some fingers, and he's drinking because he's fucking hurt. So that's why he couldn't kill the deer with the first, you know what I'm saying, the first strike like he's supposed to. Everybody's like, oh, just hit him here again and towards the left. Now, this is a brown deer. Everyone's clapping, fake hyping him up. He said he got to round up. So he killed the deer. This is the passage. It was a brown deer. Now, what do we see here? It's a few things, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Emergency Awesome. It's a few things here that they pointed out. Me, you know, I always relate stuff to other things. And right now, this is just like the Lion King. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. That's what she's looking at right here. It's foreshadowing her becoming the queen and overlooking everything with the blood on her hair still. That means she's been fighting for all of this. Yeah, she's putting in the work now behind the scenes. No one thinks that she's qualified to be next in line. She's a woman. She ain't ready for it. Little to know, she's out here putting in work. She didn't call a hog during the hunt on her own. She didn't stayed outside the lines on her own. Well, Sir Christian was there. You got to have your bodyguard, but she's overlooking everything. Hey, why he hoop? I don't know much about Emergency Awesome, but I just started watching them last night. I went to sleep. I was watching. I woke up. I said, "Damn, this shit interesting." So I went back and watched a few of these, you know what I'm saying, a few of these shows. Like, go to their channel if you want. If you want all the specifics about all this, go to their channel. If you want me to break it down so you can understand it, like we just on the corner talking about it, come to my channel. But Princess, she's overlooking everything, just like Simba. I'm gonna be a mighty queen, so enemies beware. Yeah. Why they up here overlooking everything? You see the hog back there. Princess Rhaenyra looks over. Rhaenyra, my bad. And she sees the white buck that they've been chasing after. Beautiful buck. Just sitting there in the sun. I'm like, ooh, I put that head on the wall. Sir Christian's like, oh, should I kill it? Now you remember the king was supposed to find a white buck and kill it for the hunt, for the ceremony, for the passage. Aegon is born. This is about to be his second name. What does she do? She tells Sir Kristen, nah, don't kill that. Don't kill that deer. Mm-mm. Why did she see the white deer? The reason she saw the white deer and King seen the brown deer is because Aegon isn't rightfully in line for the throne. She is. That's why she's seen the white buck and she's let it live. She gonna do things a little bit differently. She breaking the mold. She's not going with what history tells us. She's going with what she feels. So she's seen the white buck because she's next in line to be the queen. She's the rightful one. She's the firstborn. He didn't have a son until later on. It was by somebody else. So now she let it go. But she seen the white buck and Pop seen the brown. She came in town. Everybody was looking. They like, damn, who that is? That princess? What's she doing over there? She got a whole hog on her. Jason in here. He getting towed up. You know what I'm saying? We got a drink. It's Labor Day weekend, y'all. It's Labor Day weekend. We got a hunt going on. Big barbecue. Big drink. This the place to be. This the place to be. Jason drinking. And when she comes in town, she doesn't even stop to talk to anybody. Right past King, right past Otto, right past the head knight. You know what I'm saying? Right past Strong, right past Allison, right past Aegon, right past the Black Swan, right past the rest of the wine heads, the cooler heads. Yeah. So she rode in here with her head held high and didn't say nothing to nobody. You got to respect it or check it. But it looks like she's next up, people. Otto was starting to see things go down. And we know Otto has his own agenda. That's to seek out as much power as humanly possible without being a natural born Targaryen. So he's talking to his daughter. How are you? How's my grandson? How is he doing? She's like, he's all right. And he starts to tell her, you need to start thinking about Aegon becoming the king because right now, Rhaenyra, she's still in line to be queen. She's like, oh, father, who wouldn't want their son to be the king? But Rhaenyra was chosen. He said, that ain't the way it works. Before him, it was always a boy, the firstborn son. And that's the firstborn son. Alicent Aegon is supposed to be the king. And the same thing that his brother told him, you got to make the king understand that and see that he needs to marry somebody to make it happen. You have to do something, Alicent. You gonna need to talk to the king because I didn't want to talk to him about it. I mean, I did mention he married the kid. You know what I'm saying? Your ex best friend, your new daughter-in-law, your stepdaughter, whatever you want to call her, Princess Rhaenyra. If she marries Aegon, I told the king that. So maybe you got to convince him to do this. I tried, but now it's up to you. You're married to him. You understand it more than I do. All of him is his hand. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I respect what you and the king got. But she comes in here right after talking to Otto, and she's talking to King, saying, "We need to think about what to do about the kids. Aegon becoming king. I know you chose your daughter. He drunk right now, so he holding it down because he really thinking about it. He really thinking about it. Like, man, I know I picked my daughter as the queen. That's what we're gonna stick to. So even Allison's getting some, saying some kickback from him. So she tries to change up the topic because she sees it ain't going nowhere. Rhaenyra's still gonna be the queen. She tried, but she looks over. She's like, "Oh, is that a letter?" He was like, "Yeah, my brother Daemon." Oh my god, this fool Daemon, you wouldn't even believe it. Him and Corlys is out there getting their ass whooped. What we gonna do about Daemon? Well, guess what? He said, you know what? It's still my little brother. I'm gonna help him out. Unfortunately for this young man right here, he didn't know what he was getting into. He knew what he was getting into, but he didn't know what he was getting into. Maybe 15, 20 minutes ago, we just talked about being the king's servant. This young man, we're gonna talk about him a little bit more when we get to that scene, but he's supposed to deliver a message, a handwritten message from the king to Daemon, saying, look, I know you ain't asked for no help or nothing like that, but I'm gonna send you some help, man. You still my little bro. I'm gonna make sure everything's straight. Don't worry about it. So this dude got to send that message. Mind you, they just showed Day at war. Niggas riding dragons. It was a dude getting ate by crabs. He has to go out there to a war that doesn't have anything to do with him to tell the king's brother Day, hey man, we're gonna send some reinforcement. So he's like, all right, I'll do that, sir. Whatever you need, your grace, I'm gonna make it happen. What did you think Day was gonna do to you if the king will trip if someone pours some wine on him? Day don't live by the regular common laws. Day lives by a law of what Day wants, Day gets. Day could change the law up like this. He could do something and say, after me, no one else can do it. This dude don't have no face shield or nothing. It's just a helmet. The helmet ain't even protecting nothing. His forehead is all showing, so that means his head is still vulnerable. Hey, take this letter to a battle and give it to Daemon. Sir, ain't Daemon your brother? He Targaryen, right? He be flying dragons. How do I know where to find Daemon at during a war? They might be on ships. I don't know where Daemon is at, sir. With all due respect. He like, shut up and get it done. He said, yes, sir. You know, all that was in his mind. You wasn't gonna say it out loud. So he got to take this letter out to Day in the middle of a war. Princess comes in talking about, Dad, was that a letter to Day? He said, yeah. He would never ask me for help, but I'm gonna send it to him anyway. Because at the end of the day, he's still the prince. If anything was to happen, say King and Rhaenyra, they were to all get taken out, he would, you know what I'm saying? Say something happened at the hunt. That means Day would actually become the rightful king. But he sits in here and he's talking to his daughter, saying, my brother would never ask me for no help. Day already feels ashamed that no one really respects him. So he doesn't want to come back. You know how it is. You move out the house. You might be down and bad, but you ain't trying to move back. You got too much pride. That's what Daemon is right now. That's why we call him Day. But she comes in and she's saying, Dad, look, everything you've been saying, I understand that, but I just don't want to get married to somebody I don't want to marry. Now, Viserys is saying, you got to get married. It just has to happen. We got to continue the bloodline. And if you're not going to marry the people that are coming up that are being offered, then all right, you can go out and you can finally look for someone that you want. So he's actually giving her permission to go find somebody. The only thing is you have to get married. This way it looks more solid because right now, okay, we got her as the next queen to be. If she's married to somebody, it's like, okay, at least we'll have a king and they're going to really listen to the king more. But he's like, all right, you got to find someone, but you got to get married because you got to continue that bloodline on. Remember, this was his only daughter until 3 years ago where he just had, because, you know, Emma, they've been trying to have kids. They had Balon. Balon ain't make it past the day. He was the heir for a day. So right now he's just saying, look, you got to keep that going. You got to keep the bloodline going. Because she would, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got Aegon, but we don't know what's going to happen from Aegon being 2 to the age where he's able to reproduce. So he tells her, go ahead, find who you want, but I'm not going to waver. And the reason he said that, because allegedly, he got a bastard child out here. So that's why he said, I'm not going to waver. That's going to come into play later on, maybe. But, you know what I'm saying, when I was doing the description, you hear me say, I don't want to go too far to give away the story, but that's the reason he said waver away, because it's like try some T word, true fire, something like that. But allegedly he got a bastard child out here. So he's telling her to make the right decision. Because I had to marry your mom. Me and your mom been knowing each other since the beginning of time. Clayton said he can solve everything, marrying Rhaenyra to Day. I mean, you could. But you already said you didn't want Daemon to have any say so at the throne. So you wouldn't do that. But we sent the letter off to Day. We told the young princess, you can go find you somebody. You at least gonna have to get married. So as of right now, we got Corlys, his son, Lenore, that's been offered. We almost got Strong's son, but we don't count him. Yes, we got Lenore, we got Aegon, and potentially Jason, and potentially Sir Kristen. So that's four eligible bachelors, except for Aegon. Aegon is a damn kid, is her little brother. But those are the 4 options as of right now. Those are the 4 options. Now we get to the good part. You look out here, Crab Feeder is whooping their ass. This is what I'm saying as the messenger, sir. I don't know exactly where they're staging it. Like, I don't know where home base is. All I know is they said there's been fire on the horizon. Ships are going down crazy. They just said they got 16, maybe 18 ships still available to go out here. They don't even have enough food. They got about 60 people that can fight that they can put on each boat. Now they got to ration food. If they don't die from hunger, they're going to die from the crabs. But then again, we can just catch the crabs and eat the crabs. But that's a whole nother story. So right now, it's looking very, very bad out here. And they've been at war for 3 years. 3 years of losing. You waking up, y'all losing. You going to sleep, y'all losing. You waking up, now y'all got to ration food, so you ain't eating as much as you were in the beginning of the war, because it's been 3 years. So now you losing when you wake up. Your stomach is rumbling because you only get like one portion per day. Then you're going to sleep, empty stomach, catching L's, waking up, and repeating. Now we get introduced to the family members. The 3 black members that we had 3 on screen here. We had 4 on screen. No, 3 on screen in the first episode. Corlys, we had Lenore as a kid and the sister as a kid. Now we get introduced to Corlys's brother, Daemon. And they sitting here talking about, man, it's ugly out here, dog. Then we got Lenore here. Lenore then got a little bit older. He out here putting in work too, baby dreads. They talking about, man, it's crazy out here, Pops. We don't know how we gonna win this shit. He's in the caves. So Lenore knows what's going on. He's like, man, crab feeder in the caves. He ain't gonna come out. He ain't gonna come out the caves, man. What we gonna do here? And Corlys is talking about, man, we need to find somebody who's gonna be the bait. Who's dumb enough to be the bait? There go our dog. He been gone for 3 years. Worst decision of his life. If he could go back and change time, he would not have teamed up with Day Day. Guarantee it. He would have stayed with the small council. Life was so much better in the small council. You out here, you done lost all these ships. You went from having the largest navy to 16 ships. They sitting out here and he's saying, all right, well, look, what can we do? Who's going to be bait? Who's going to go out there? Since Crab Feeder is in the caves, he's not going to come out the caves. Then how are we going to get at him? How are we going to get him? Because remember, they got the largest navy. They can only do stuff on the water. You see what I'm saying? When they come to land, just like 300. Why'd they do so good? It was 300 of them, but they took advantage of the spot that they had. So as long as they're in that cave, what you going to do? Y'all got to go in there one by one. They're going to knock y'all off. So like, damn, what's going to happen? What's going to happen next? Then all of a sudden you just hear a dragon. Somebody talking about dragon coming. That's his only job. Dragon coming. And of course, it's our dog Daemon. Daemon showed up. This is why Daemon is my favorite character. Just like I tell y'all all the time. Don't send me no text messages over 3 sentences. I'm not reading all of that. Daemon is looking at this letter like, who sent this? Sir, your brother did. And the message is saying, Daemon, you're still my brother. This is still part of our kingdom. So we're sending reinforcements. We're about to help you. Daemon is reading this letter thinking, with all due respect, close y'all ears. Fuck my brother. I don't need no backup. I can do this. Because he feels like he's disgraced. He knows he can't go back home after all the nonsense he done. He didn't went out there. He was supposed to marry a whore while he was still married. You see what I'm saying? The gold cloaks talking bad about the king and Balon. So he's looking at this like, man, fuck my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He tossing it off. And the cherry on top of this is he begins to whoop the messenger's ass. He hands it back to him, looks at him like, bink, 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 bink. I'm talking about he was tearing this up. He didn't even stand a chance. This dude didn't do nothing. That's what this right here. Day Day is a walking historian. I told y'all, everyone named Day Day, they got it from Daemon. Yeah, you know when they said don't shoot the messenger, we got it from Day Day. Day Day is a walking historian. Everything he does relates to real life because he did it first. Damn Day Day. He's whooping this dude ass. Your brother just said he gonna send you help because y'all niggas been losing for 3 years. You get mad at him. He didn't do nothing but just, hey, we getting reinforcement. You gonna be good. We gonna help you out. Day Day just flew in with the dragon midday because you remember Day Day was people. How many times is Day Day showing his true colors? Day Day was out all night. Listen to me. Hear me out. Hear me out. Day Day was out all night fighting. Middle of the night, right? I ain't tripping, am I? I ain't tripping. Right here is Daemon riding on Cyrix, tearing shit up. Fire everywhere. Fire everywhere. Day Day is going to war. Day Day got hit with a flaming arrow. The first scene, Daemon got hit with a flaming arrow. The dragon got hit up. Guess what? We ain't seen Daemon fighting in a couple of days. Daemon took time off and then he just flew in midday. Look where the sun is. This is high noon. Daemon showed up during war at noon, late as hell to work. Where you think Day Day, the hood Day Day, the street Day Day got it from the original Day Day? Look at this. This nigga showed up days later. He was out all night doing Lord knows what, wilding out on the dragon. Then he shows up a couple of days later on the dragon at high noon. Where was Day Day at between sunrise at 6:45 when they were whooping our ass in noon? Day Day has been kicking it. Day Day said, nigga, I'm flying home. I'm about to go get some drink. I'm going to the brothel. I'm kicking it. I'm only in this war because Corlys came up to me talking about we could team. I don't give a damn about this war. Day Day don't give a fuck. Day Day, they talk about they got a ration food. Day Day ain't rationing shit. Day Day can legit fly home during the war, chill, and then come back out here. Whole time, Corlys got the most money in the world. And he out here on the front line with his brother and his damn nephew, I mean his son. Day Day the only person in the world to hear good news and whoop ass. Day Day got good news. Your brother's about to help you out. We about to help you win the war, Day Day. And Day Day whooped somebody's ass for giving him good news. That's like the insurance company emailing you. Hey, just letting you know you were awarded everything, total damage for the car. We're going to pay you out this much money. And you're looking at the check like, damn, this is more money than I was thinking they were going to give me. And you go whoop somebody's ass. You got good news, and Daemon read that letter. Look at Daemon's face. Daemon don't care about this letter. Help me. Help me. I don't need no fucking help. I don't need no help. I'm Daemon. I'm Daemon Targaryen. I got a fucking dragon. You think I need help with this shit? No, I don't need no help. So he whoops this dude's ass. He whoops the messenger's ass. And guess what he does? He says, you know what? That goofy ass plan y'all got, someone go out there and sacrifice themselves. Guess what? I'm going to do it. Now, this right here shows the bravery of Day Day, but it also shows Day Day don't give a fuck right now. Day Day is willing to crash out before getting the help from his brother. It's going to take a couple days for them to get all the ships out there to help out. So what does Day Day do? He says, fuck it. I got a plan. Y'all talking about y'all want to get somebody to bait him out? He goes down there in a rowboat. A rowboat. This nigga, oh, He in the goddamn rowboat, rolls all the way over here, picks up a stick, tears a perfectly shaped triangle to show that I'm surrendering. I give up. Me by myself. No one's coming to help. I'm going to do this on my own. I surrender. My name is Daemon Targaryen, and I'm waving the white flag. But we all know that Targaryens don't back down. So Daemon went over here and he said, you know what? Everyone thinks I'm a failure. Crab Feeder comes out like, yeah, thank you. I didn't know how much longer you were going to be trying to battle us, Daemon. All of the people you lost, the money, the ships, the shipping lanes are ours, Daemon. And Daemon's waving that white flag. They looking at the horizon. We don't see nobody. I told y'all, but in the back of Daemon's head, he said, I'd rather die before I get the help from my damn brother. I'm going to show y'all what I'm all about. He's out there waving the white flag. They come out there. They try to take his sword from him. Horrible move. Horrible move. If he's surrendering, this is still Daemon Targaryen. He still got that name. Last night, we seen this nigga on a dragon tearing shit up. You got to go over there and knock him out. Regardless that they surrender, and you knock him out, and then we'll give him back to show that we agree with the surrender. Day gets up and begins to whoop ass. I'm talking about out of nowhere. 19 people then got stabbed up. Yeah. Talk, ew. Dog, if I ever see someone running around with a sword and he just casually taking people out, pow, 1, ching, 2, ching, 3. While niggas is shooting arrows at him, I'm not attacking Day. I'm not going against this guy at all. This is the guy y'all told me that's capable of riding dragons. There's only like 6 people that can ride dragons alive right now. And if he's one of them, I'm not about to battle this guy one-on-one out there when I'm just a regular worker and I work for a guy named Crab Feeder. Now, they got all these archers over there. So basically what this is symbolizing is that Day, he's crashing out. That's all this is. He'd rather die before getting help. So what he's doing, and I'm risking it all right here. He got hit in the leg with a bow and arrow. He got hit in the chest with a bow and arrow. But if you listen closely in the background, you can hear his dragon because they are one. Because you thinking like, well, what the hell is that? But every time he's getting hit, the dragon is getting hit. I say, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm fighting a Targaryen if the goddamn dragon feels everything he feels. But I said, this, look at Day. He put a nigga in the headlock and then king. So everybody going at it. Day gets surrounded. He looking like Shawn Michaels, back against the wall, ashy knuckles. You got to do what you got to do. And out of nowhere, Lenore comes in on his dragon. I forgot, it was like something, see something or whatever it is. But this is a young dragon. That's why it's small and everything. But he comes in because you remember, they are Velaryons. Velaryon's a Targaryen. He can ride dragons, and his sister can ride dragons. The one that was supposed to marry the king that didn't, she can ride dragons. I don't know when they're going to introduce her or not, but he comes in. They just set him up. I'm like, damn, okay. They didn't set him up. So he comes in with the dragon. They knocking everybody down. The archers, he flying around. Corlys is out here like, damn, look at my boy. Yeah. Everyone's out here. You always know whenever there's a hand-to-hand combat in these movies, the most dangerous time to be looking in the sky and admiring something is when y'all going at it with some people. Everyone's out here fighting. He looks up, and his brother comes over and saves him. Listen, if y'all ever get in these sword fights like this, 100 of y'all versus 100 other people, don't look in the sky. Keep your head on the swivel and get prepared because someone's coming to whoop your ass. He's looking in the air. Look at my boy. Yeah. Then he looks over and what does he see? Crab feeder being drugged through the water. Hey, this image is hard right here. This Daemon image, this is hard right here. Daemon then killed the crab feeder. And all of this happened before all the king's horsemen and all the king's men came out here to help him. So basically what Day just showed was, look, I can handle my own. I don't need help from y'all. So Daemon has that careless, I'm gonna do what it takes to get by. You know what I'm saying? That's good. I like that. I like that. And there y'all go. The recap of episode 4. No, episode 3. What is this? 3 or 4? 3. Episode 3. Yeah. I be getting all these shows mixed up, man. Cause what was Kanan just episode 4? Yeah, Kanan was just, so this is episode 3. And then, oh man, yeah. This is House of the Dragon episode 3. I like this show. I'm not gonna lie to you. They did a hell of a job with it. Yeah, Michelle, Lenore's dragon isn't a full dragon yet. It's still a younger dragon. Oh, Tamika, they said Cyrix, or however you pronounce the dragon's name. They said he got like a deformity because it's extra long. It's like it got long wings, a long neck, and a torso. It's just the way that one is, I guess. So if you watch on HBO, at the end of each episode, they actually talk about it. So they'll have the actors speak about what their characters are doing. So I might do a little breakdown of those and to speak on them. Because I don't do anything else besides the live recap of the show. But I like it. The only thing is I don't know all the history. So I don't like making stuff if I can't. Well, I don't need to know all the history, but you know what I'm saying? If I don't know enough, I just feel, I don't know, I feel like I can't be the one to give y'all the information. So I tell y'all go like Emergency Awesome. I'm definitely gonna be watching them, subscribe to them. So I'll point out the little things that they say if I catch it. Shit, I now I don't know what I could do in House of the Dragon. Now I like this show, but I don't think I could get into like me being on the I don't know. Oh, thank y'all, man. I'm trying. I'm trying to understand you. I still have a hard time pronouncing all of their names, man. So I thought Corlys was gonna be more of a solid guy, but his character, I thought he was gonna be more respectable. I thought he was gonna be that right hand man. Like you got Otto who has that position, but I thought Corlys was gonna be the guy that was going, hey King, this is what we need to do. Whole time, man, he a chump too. Lenore, he a dragon rider, so I mean, I think that would be a good relationship if they were to do it, if they did connect the blood like that. I still got to do the Rhaenyra's background. I haven't did that. I'll probably get to it this week. Stay Space, you like the nicknames I give them? Yeah, man. So I got to give them names I can relate. You know what I'm saying? Until we get another king, whatever the other king is, they'll be king such and such. But y'all know who king is. Y'all know who queen is. Y'all know who princess is. Lenore. I'm gonna read up on Lenore probably tonight. I'm gonna see. I already know a little bit about Lenore, and you got to have that in your shows. But I know a little bit about Lenore. Probably Vayman and Daemon. These two don't look like they're gonna be. They don't look like they're gonna be friends for long because he was already saying, "Ooh, let me at him, man. Let me do it. Let me do it." Like, chill out, Vayman. Oh, I didn't make up. Someone said Day Day on here, and we just stuck with Day Day, and now I relate Day Day to all the Day Days we know. So I didn't make it up, man. I mean, we use it, but I ain't make it up. Watch the first episode of Game of Thrones tonight. Man, let me see something. I don't know if I can because I still gotta do The Patient. That show's cool too. So The Patient, those episodes come out on Tuesday. I'm gonna check out Game of Thrones though, OT. Like you really just give me a little minute because I stopped watching the Mike Tyson show. That seems like something I'll just binge one day. But so I stopped watching Mike Tyson. We got The Patient. We got the midday tomorrow. Tubi Thursday, McGraw Ave, episode 2. Friday. I don't know what we got Friday. Probably do a free live Friday night on anything that pops up between today and shit till then. Sunday, of course, we got Power. I might jump on either Pretty Girl Love Trap content page or maybe Brillo's page this week. I know I got a lot of stuff I want to do. Kendall actually been giving me the damn timestamp so I can cut up these rants and stuff. I might do a prediction for each character, or at least 3 characters a week or something. I want to do a video on Kenya. I need to do a video on. I think I'm gonna do a update on Cartier because I'm sure I've seen an article. If I find an article, I'll talk about it tomorrow. But I like doing the recaps with y'all on live because I low key get excited. Like, all right, cool. I done found this out. Let me tell them. So I don't want to do no recaps. So I just sit down and record the video. But Vayman should be. Each one of these characters is they're gonna start getting more airtime. We just got Jason this week. Of course, Kristen's gonna get time. Now we got Vayman, we got Lenore. We're gonna start seeing a lot of characters, especially after this war is over. This war is over now, so we're probably gonna get another time jump going into episode 4. Probably a time jump, and then finish the season. So we going to 4. If we get a time jump next week, that means 6 episodes. 60% of the show will be the adults. That'd be cool. The dreadlock version of Idris Elba. Man, these dreadlocks is terrible. All the money they got, they need to go in there for a retwist. Get that thing washed real quick, some natural fruits and berries. Go in there, get some strawberries, some grapes, a little bit of watermelon juice, put it in the hair. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the flies around you, little fruit flies and stuff, but man, it's going to really get in there and do something for you. House. Let me see if they got any Easter eggs. This would be for all of y'all. Like, I'm not gonna know any of these, so I'll just read them off for y'all. Tell y'all what they got, so if y'all can relate them to the OG. Over on the cider, House of the Dragon, episode 3, 5 things you might have missed, including the Lannister twins, White Heart symbolism, and more Namira Easter eggs. Dang the cider. All these damn pop-ups, man. We just trying to read about House of the Dragon. HBO House of the Dragon, episode 3, jumps ahead 3 years into the future. Alicent Hightower hasn't married King Viserys Targaryen. She's given him a healthy son, Aegon. The arrival of a male heir means Rhaenyra's role as the heir is in question. All right, we know all of that. Give us the Easter eggs. Viserys is still obsessed with his dragon dreams. Man, them things is over with, sir. Play it again, Samwell. This is what we're talking about. I didn't turn this into a GIF. All right. At the start of the episode, Rhaenyra is rebelliously avoiding court by hanging hanging in the god's wood with their books and wine and personal minstrel. All right, here we go. The minstrel ends the sad song with the lines "Under the dragon's eye," which could lead us to believe it's a song about Targaryen glory. Not so. When the minstrel starts to sing again, he opens the plaintive ballad with the lines, "She fled with her ships and her people, her heart broken for those." Okay. Allison's arrival cuts the song off, but it's clear that this song was about Nymeria, the mythic queen of Rhaenyra, who led the people from their homes along the river in Essos and the Exodus across the seas. See, man, I don't know none of this shit. She accomplished all of this at the height of the Velaryon, ergo under the dragon's eye. Direwolf was named after the warrior queen. So Ira Stark's Direwolf. Somebody had a wolf named after the warrior queen. See, I wouldn't get any of this. This is the second time in just 3 episodes at the House of Dragons where Rhaenyra is meditating on Nymeria in episode 1. Alice, see all these names, man. These names I can't. Allison quizzes her about the Queen's history, and now Allison is running. Rhaenyra's ruining Rhaenyra's chill vibes. After all, I'm in Game of Thrones. Oh, so they have a spin-off that they're planning on. Besides showing us just how fractured the girls' relationship has become, HBO once more planting the idea of Nymeria as a hero in our heads. After all, one of the many of Game of Thrones spin-offs in development is 10,000 Ships, which would be a show about Nymeria. Origin story. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do these in a video. The party 10 at the Royal Hunt. Whose origin story are they giving us? Are they giving us Jackfoot? So they got 4 spinoffs and an animation. They really putting in work. Then they doing all of this. There go old boy right there, the other strong brother. 4 spinoffs and animation. Now I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like all these spinoffs, that might be too much of a deep dive. I could do this because it's a prequel, but man, we start going into like, do we need to know that story? Because they said it's a myth, a mystic queen, like the warrior queen. I mean, I don't know. Sir Harwin Breakbone Strong. Yeah, that was his name, Breakbones. Because he was good with the food. You see him out there skinning that rabbit. Lannister twins who are not down for incest. So I'm guessing that's something in the OG GOAT series. Lord Jason, also played by Jefferson Hall, believes he can woo Rhaenyra to be the boy. He is wrong. Rhaenyra wants nothing to do with the peering peacock, as his terrible attempt at flirtation sparks a major fight between the princess and her father. It's not a show about royal if a princess can't commune with a deer. Golly. Following the footsteps of the Queen, the Crown, becoming Elizabeth, and even Game of Thrones itself, House of the Dragon gave us some profound royal characters as hunted wildlife metaphors last night. When Viserys arrives at the campsite for the royal hunt, he is told that there is a white hart has been spotted by the hunters. The white hart is considered the king of the King's Wood. Sir Otto Hightower says it's a sign of the seven blessed, the day, and more specifically, baby Aegon. However, the white hart eludes the royal hunters. They only manage to catch a stag for the king to poke to death. And the hideous drunk Viserys could even summon the energy, can't even summon the energy to take a tied down animal out with one strike. It's a scene that metaphorically symbolizes how weak Viserys is as a king and how his ineffectiveness will cause more harm than good. It can quickly kill an animal, you prolong its pain. Yeah, you got to take it out with one stroke. Pink. Meanwhile, Princess is not only able to kill the boar who tries to attack her, she didn't kill the boar. Come on now. Sir Kristen did all the work. Just like the king, it was suffering. He didn't kill it all the way. She just finished it off. Who tries to attack her, but she is also visited by the White Hart. The forest finds her worthy of the Iron Thorn, not her pops, not her brother. Intriguingly, when Sir Kristen attempts to take down the heart, Princess says, "Don't." The animal keeps its life and freedom. See, hey, decider, holla at me. I broke that down a little bit easier than that. So Rhaenyra not only was blessed by the White Hart, she is given the animal that metaphorically represents her, the freedom she so desperately craves. Well, either that or they're trying to connect her to all the stag Diana references that are all over Peter Morgan's The Crown. I think it is showing her that, hey, you are rightfully heir to the throne. Your dad couldn't get it done. You're supposed to do that for your brother. Nah, you the only one that's right. Who is Jon Snow? Jon Snow supposed to be a bad mofo? He's supposed to be the big bad wolf? Jon Snow. I think we already read that the inverse article, June 16th, and they ain't got nothing new. 7 days ago, Game of Thrones fans spots a major clue hinting at Jon Snow, plus a few key details. I don't see why they wouldn't do it. I don't know about this though. This Jon Snow look like it's about to be Game of Thrones. Like this Game of Thrones stuff is looking like, man, the Jon Snow spinoff is gonna just be, I don't know, man, too drama filled. I'm liking the way that this is going. We get some of the personal life, but this is the last season of the trailer of Game of Thrones. I see why y'all wasn't liking this. This looked like, I don't know, man. This didn't look too interesting. Yeah, this don't look right to me. I see why y'all wasn't feeling Game of Thrones. This trailer looks generic. It look like something off the CW. This ain't no HBO product. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this and I'm iffy on this little trailer. Of course, I can't play it all the way through, but when I watched this House of the Dragon, when we were talking about this back in February and March, I was like, it looks straight. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know, man. This trailer for season 8, I see why people hate it. Jon Snow. Oh, I did read Dixon the grayscale that they said Crab Feeder had. They saying Day didn't get it. Day didn't get crab, not crab, but grayscale from touching on him because he said they would have showed more in depth. I didn't know what grayscale was, but you could die from it. But yeah, that's all I got on House of the Dragon. I'm enjoying the show. Definitely gonna watch it every week. Might do a little bit of videos on it. What do y'all think about the season so far? Is it good? Is it something that y'all are enjoying? Knowing if you watch Game of Thrones, from Game of Thrones transitioning over to this, do you think that they're starting off good with it? Like, I don't have nothing to base it off of. I could just go off the show and I'm like, yeah, right now I'm at an 8 all the way. Each episode we had an average 8. Yeah, like I said, I didn't know what grayscale was, but they did say that Day ain't got it. Day ain't got it. What is grayscale? Oh, grayscale just making you look older. Grayscale. Stone men. Good luck stopping the spread of grayscale with prayer. You'd have better luck dancing away the plague. Grayscale is also known as Prince Garin's curse. Is a dreaded and unusually fatal disease that can leave flesh stiff and dead, the skin cracked and flaking. Oh, they just ashy. That's all it is. That's all grayscale is. Just ash. You just gotta moisturize. Flesh stiff and dead, and the skin cracked and flaking and stone like to the touch. Those that manage to survive a bout with the illness will be immune from ever contracting it again. But the flesh damaged by the ravages of the disease will never heal. Oh, so it's like chicken pox. Once you get it, you ain't gonna get it again. Hey, come give me that grayscale. Hey, you, grayscale, come here. Yeah, I got to go ahead and get my grayscale out now while I'm young and healthy. I want to get mine around like 20 to 25. You already only living to about 50, 50, 60 if you're healthy. So yeah, let me get my grayscale out the way right now. Princess Shireen Bartheon called grayscale as an infant and survived, but the ordeal left half her face disfigured by the disease. Ugh. I need grayscale on my back or something. I don't want it on the face. Pause. Oh man, that ain't nothing. Medusa been doing that for years. Medusa been making people rock hard, pause, all her life. People afflicted by this disease are often called stone men. Shit, nigga. If you lived in Stone Mountain, Georgia, that wouldn't be that bad. Stone men from Stone Mountain. Well, we don't want grayscale then. They talking about cutting skin off. I was saying if grayscale was going to be a plague, go ahead and give me mine at 20. Hey, nope. Touch my feet with that grayscale. I have rock feet before I have a rock face. Damn. It said people afflicted by the disease are often called stone men due to how it makes their skin hard and dead. Stone men are often exiled from society to live in ruined cities and Essos, such as Old Valeria. Man, they kicking you out the city. They kick you up out the city because you didn't gotta. God, hey, you gotta fight whoever gave you grayscale. You got to fight them. You got to fight them. There's no, hey, you might as well take my life because I'm going after this guy. I gotta go live in the old ruined cities with these other dudes. And you know they ain't got a lot of food out there, man. Them people turning into zombies out there. Hell no. Ruined cities. I've seen some ruined cities in real life, and trust me, it ain't nothing you want to live in. You out there now, half your skin gone, hard as hell, as cold as, man, what? Y'all got competition of who the ugliest. I got more stone on my body than you. Like, nigga, that ain't a good thing. This is grayscale, man. People dying from that. Come on down to the stone men competition. This man got 77% of his body covered by rock. Dr. Dixon said gold bond won't help. Nah, it ain't no, hey, nah, you ain't fixing that. You can leave your skin overly exposed to the water. It ain't gonna get them wrinkles out. In the book, they said you can barely move. Man, never mind. Don't give me no. Don't give me that. Don't give me grayscale. Man, we don't want to watch all that over there. Medicine, disease. Damn, they go into a lot. Medicine and diseases. We about to look at other diseases they got. Game of Thrones, House of Dragon. Here we go. House of Dragon. Fire and Blood, the differences between books and TV series. Let me see that real quick. Spoiler. List of differences. In the book, Jason and Tylan were never explicitly described as identical twins. Oh, okay. Well, that's the same thing with Vaemon. Vaemon is yeah, Corlys' nephew in the books, but on here that's his brother. I knew that one. So I mean that ain't, I mean they just do that for the shows. You gotta change it up a little bit. You can't write a book exactly into a movie, especially if you're gonna do a series, because it's gonna be stuff you step over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, we gotta change this up a little bit. Physical appearances. King Viserys was severely obese in the late of his reign. He is in the promo images that they released so far, though although these have been from the early part of his reign. Viserys had a bushy silver gold mustache. Yeah, if you look at my video, who is Viserys, You'll see the book picture of him. Dang, Rhaenyra was very beautiful in her youth, but 6 pregnancies ruined her figure so that she was now by the time she was an adult. Oh, okay. Well, 6 pregnancies, damn. I didn't know they had her like that. Well, there y'all go. A little bit of differences. I'm trying not to give away too much. We were just talking about having black characters. In the book, their physical appearance is never described, but the Velaryons are not known to have been black or otherwise of dark skin tone. House Velaryon overall is described as a feast for crows, as having typical Velaryon features such as silver hair, purple eyes, and pale skin. Uh, well, they black in the show. Shout out to Corlys. Corlys. How we want to call him Corlys phone. He ain't got no connection with the outside world, how they getting whooped on. Crab feeder out there giving them the work. Mozzie, she was keeping the legacy going. Got to keep the family name. You know what I'm saying? They're keeping the legacy. Well, I mean, they were having kids, but you don't see none of them out there fighting nobody, man. Them motherfucking crab feeder out there feeding niggas to the crabs. There ain't not one woman out there getting ate by no crabs. There's a dude that got stepped on by a dragon. Man, it was really a life or death situation every day working for the king and his damn brother. Sometimes it be like that. Leave me inside, man. Let me. Matter of fact, I change it up. I'm working directly for the king. I'll be the king's servant. I'll pull up some drink. Man, I ain't trying to be out there fighting crab feeder. And you on rations, so you ain't even eating good. You got to get up and put your life on the line every single day. Look at me, y'all. It ain't worth it. It's so many casualties that be happening in these wars. They didn't caught the ship on fire. Crab feeder and nailed a man's hand to the damn board. Dragons is coming. This is what you gonna look like. It's either you serving the king or you out here getting ate by crabs. I'm serving the king at the hunt. Aegon's second name. Yay. We out here, we kicking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best damn waiter you ever seen. They playing music. I'm coming out sliding with the drinks in my hand. Here you go, king. But I ain't about to be out here and then get stepped on by a dragon. Boy, it was a hell of a life back then. When I was in the military, I ain't had to deal with none of this. Working up under Daemon for 3 years. Just imagine. This isn't like how it is in real life. You go to war, they might send you there for a year, 9-month deployment, year deployment. You go back home. Not in this. They've been at war for 3 years. So if you survived, you've been at war for 3 long, hard years. There ain't no getting no time off, going home. Oh, they got to send you home. You can only do one tour at a time. No, this is what you do for the next 3 years This is what you're doing. You're not getting paid. You're getting food, but you got to wake up and do this shit. All of this just to go back. They just won this war. Daemon's gonna take them all to the brothel for one night. Then the next night is y'all got to get back to work. Daemon about to be kicking it. This right here is a well-deserved vacation. This is me going back to King's Landing and telling my brother, hey, look, Viserys, I know we ain't seen eye to eye, but I'm gonna chill here for about a month. Have all the servants come and serve me up. Pause. I'm chilling. I deserve a vacation. But you working as just a foot soldier for Daemon, the gold cloaks, you got to get back to town and go to work. It's no vacation, no holidays. Life ain't sweet. Yeah, I'm serving the king. I ain't trying to be out there with Daemon. Well, you know how Roman soldiers felt, man. They was on some other shit. That was just a bad time to be alive, man. I'm pretty sure they made the best of what they had, but boy, when I went to Rome, I was looking at all that. I was like, damn, boy, they were putting people to work. So it's either your ass is out there fighting wars or your ass is in the city putting together some fucking architecture that you did not think that y'all were capable of putting together. It wasn't nothing easy. It wasn't no let's sit around after work. Hell no. The best thing to do was get off work, go get some wine, go get you something and get ready because in the morning it's back to work. It wasn't no chill time, wasn't no weekend. Man, I can't wait till the weekend. The weekend? What is that? Oh, you talking about the rich people day. Those 2 days. Oh, yeah. That ain't ours. There ain't no Labor Day for us. We at work. This is before Labor Day was put in the law. It ain't no day off on Monday. We at whoa. At least even now in the military, you'll make rotations. Even people that are deployed, they might, you know what I'm saying, they ain't getting a holiday, but they getting a day to chill. They just gonna rotate. It's a holiday. That's a mandate. We got to get there. Even at war, we still get it as a holiday, but not back then. Not back then. Daemon whooped someone's ass for good news. You think he's about to give you Labor Day? He ain't playing around. Labor Day, there's gonna be some labor, right? About to put these paws on your back, and you about to get to work. You got a nigga talking about dragon coming. The commander in chief when I was serving, when I first got in, it was Obama and then Trump. Yes, I had, yeah. Obama was president when I was in, and then when I got out, Trump was in. I mean, I didn't see a difference. Like when you're in the military, there ain't no difference. Like still the same old day for us. We can't talk about them, so without getting in trouble. So I mean, to us, it really didn't matter. I just figured, hey, on the first, as long as my check goes up a little bit, then all right, fuck it. I guess they cool. I mean, I did some things on the both presidents. So I did water sampling on Air Force One when Obama came. Well, he wasn't on that plane, but the plane was at Spain, and I did the water sampling on that. I don't know where he was at, but they had the plane sitting there because they be moving it. So I did the water sampling on Obama's plane. What did I do for Trump? Did I do anything for that fool? No, I ain't did. I ain't did nothing under. Oh yeah, well, it wasn't for him like directly, but I did. I was on call for when they dropped that Moab bomb. Supposed to be the mother of all bombs. It didn't really kill. I mean, killed like 20 people. They dropped this big ass bomb, but it didn't do nothing. So I was on call for that. Like if they, had an accident, they would have called us out. We would have went out there and, surveyed the land and made recommendations. So I did that up under Trump, but I ain't never do nothing like directly to where he was at. I don't think I was ever even in the same. Nah, I'd never been in the same place as him. Just Obama. But I ain't never met none of them though. I think my nephew, he met Trump. He was in when the pandemic happened, they sent him out there. So he was at the White House and he was doing like all the COVID tests. That's what he was doing while he was in the military. So I don't know if he met Trump or Trump was there. He would see Trump on a day-to-day basis. But nah, I ain't never met none of them. I don't think they would care to meet me, so I ain't care to meet them. Like all that, when the president and all that comes on the base, you got to be on your best behavior because everybody's snitching. Everybody on base is snitching at this point. It's like, man, this is stupid. You got to be careful. Like, all right, we got the vice president coming. Everyone's on their best behavior. You really don't want to be outside because you got Secret Service and stuff, and you got people on base watching to make sure don't nobody do nothing stupid. You gotta salute the vehicles when they ride by if they got the insignia on the light. Like it's a lot of shit. That it ain't cool when you're in the military. Nah, the higher rankings are like generals come. Yeah, we gotta clean up. They gonna come in. You're like, oh god, these dudes don't care what it look like out here. They up here. That's how it is with Day Day. Day Day don't care what the workers got going on. Day Day selfish self went out there and said, look, I'm gonna go win this war on my own. I don't need my brother's help. But if I lose, shit, I went out like a G. Fuck it. We here now. You see what I'm saying? Now you gotta be on your best behavior. All he did was give a letter to Day Day from his brother, and Day Day whooped his ass. When the higher ranking officials come into your office, they all do a little presentation. They come into our shop. Hey, Moore, we want you to talk to. They always wanted to put the black guy on display because I was the only black person. So I got to give like they say knock it down to like 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minute presentation over everything we do in the shop. I be wanting to get up there and tell them, sir, we do the same thing the base that you just came from, dude. We just got more people. That's all it is. That's the only thing different. We got the same. Well, we got better equipment because I just ordered some of that shit. Trust me. Top of the line. I'm calling back to the States. I'm at work at 6, 7 at night because we in America. I'm on hold 30 minutes. I'm talking about, sir, I'm doing everything out here. But check it out. We do the same thing as everywhere else. You got to be on your best behavior when all these high ranking officials come in. Nobody wants that. Think you just sitting at your desk. They talk about more. Can you do a presentation over bio? I'm like, man, how much do you want me to tell them? Just tell them our capabilities. You got to go in there and read the board. Now I can't talk how I'm talking right now. I gotta say, good afternoon, sir. Sir and Memorial here. This is the presentation for bioenvironmental. We have 24 people currently here. 7 officers. The rest of us were all enlisted. Probably some of the best. We got a couple of people that actually won awards this last semester. Well, quarter. I just call it a semester. And right now, our capabilities, we got all the sea burn and nuclear training from Russia to the Atlantic Ocean. You got to be professional. Like, man, he don't care about none of this. Because when it goes down, what's the thing that I always tell y'all? We don't care who you are. Can you get the job done? When they call and say, hey, can Spain do this? All he wants to know is, can they do the job? He don't care who does the job. Who can do the job? Not who does the job. Who can do the job? If I do Game of Thrones, if I start watching that, I doubt I might bring up some of the topics when we do this. I might talk about the episode that I watched, but I definitely don't see me sitting down and recording no Game of Thrones. Because if I did, it wouldn't be consistent. I'm sorry, I don't have like a day I could consistently put that in because I'm trying to give you guys the day shows, still keeping up with my breakdowns of power. So I don't know. If I watch it, it would probably just be me talking about the episode I seen. Like right now, we could talk a little bit more about it. What up, Savannah? Because I got the patient tonight. I still got to put up episode 2 of the patient. Episode 3 comes out tomorrow. Thursdays, we don't have nothing. Well, Thursdays during the day, we got the live show. Yeah. Tubi Thursdays. So unless y'all got something else about House of the Dragon, that is the recap. We found out what grayscale was. I'm gonna look at the trailer. I might do a breakdown of the trailer. Get a little more involved in House of the Dragon. Tomorrow we got the midday show, 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. We'll find something. If not, hey man, it's a day show. It's free time. Y'all at work. Tell me what y'all want to talk about. We'll do that. Thursday, we got Tubi Thursday, McGraw Avenue, episode 2. Amazing show. Amazing show. We got that at 3 p.m. Eastern. Friday, we're going to have a free night, 9 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Saturday, do y'all want me to continue to put up the recaps early? I will say it's easier for me if I can do that so I can still have my Saturday night because I'm going to jump on here and do the first reaction with y'all. Am I going to look at the maps? Yeah, I could bring up the maps. So I did the maps. Well, I used references to the maps when I was explaining why it was important for them to go to war, and the reason Corlys said that we needed to do this because these are the shipping lanes, and that's how they bring it in all the like the food, the commerce. Yes, I'll do something with that. We might be able to do that on like a Wednesday night. I'll someone leave a comment up under this video and tell me what exactly like what exact maps you want so I can be sure to look it up. And we can do a free live on Wednesday where we talk about it. You know, I'm not against it. And that'll give me some time to actually look up and do the history of it. We could probably do that on either Wednesday or Thursday night. Did I ever watch C? Did I? Nah, I ain't never watched this. Nah, I know for sure I didn't. I remember seeing this image. Oh, that's season 3. Yeah, I seen that image, but I ain't never watched that. No. I told you I don't really get too much into the what is this on sci-fi? That's why I was iffy on watching House of the Dragon. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't really into that, the dragons and all the ancient stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to hear the history of it, but like I'll see it in real life, but I didn't think I was able to consume it. But now I'm watching House of the Dragon and I'm hooked. TM Martin said, did you catch King wearing a green glove in episode 3? A green screen glove? Nah, I didn't see that. The only thing I remember with the glove was him having his finger in there, or not having his fingers in there. They said that his fingers is gone. Viserys Targaryen. Oh man, I give episode 3 a 7. Yeah, I gotta let it. My average right now, it hasn't. I'm giving the whole show overall like a 8 right now. I'm really liking it. It's just they introducing a lot of characters to me right now. So it's kind of overwhelming. I'm just now getting the family down, and then it's like, dang, They just piling them on, piling them on. Guess what? This week we introducing 4 new people, and they're gonna be important moving forward. Like, damn, really? Yeah, I would have enjoyed seeing what Day did to Crab Feeder, how that happened. Because instead of them showing uh Lenore riding on the side, shooting the archers with the fire, we could have seen the fight scene. That would have been nice. And instead of showing him dragging them in, they probably got it. I'm not gonna lie to you. They probably got a fight scene put together. Because it probably wasn't much. It's probably him coming in there, said a word or two, and then sliced them. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they got it. Probably didn't look as good as they wanted. Yeah, like, we'll just do him dragging the body out. But that definitely would have been dope to watch, especially with Day and how he's on the hell with everything. It's me against the world right now. That would have been a nice kill. But there you go. Episode 3. I keep wanting to say 4, but episode 3 of House of the Dragon. I'm gonna go ahead and get on off of here. Might put together a couple videos for this week to upload. See y'all tomorrow, midday mo, 3 p.m. Eastern, about an hour, hour and a half. It's probably more than likely gonna be a free day unless I can find an article or anything to talk about. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, support the channel. Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. MOEDOTJ. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm out. Man, y'all have a good Labor Day. Thank you, Grover Cleveland. Thank you, Grover. But y'all have a good evening. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Be safe. Go to work tomorrow, man. Relax. Don't work too hard. It's Tuesday, man. They don't pay you enough to be stressing out on a Tuesday. Go in there, relax, do your thing. But I'm out, y'all.